The village rested quietly at the edge of vast green forests and towering mountains that seemed to touch the sky. Every morning, the mountains stood exactly where they had always been, unchanged, unmoving, patient in a way that made time itself feel slow. Aaron often stood in the center of the village and watched them, feeling as though they were watching him back. "Someday," he would whisper, "I'll climb you." The villagers knew Aaron as a dreamer. He spoke of inventions, of teaching others, of building something meaningful. They listened with polite smiles and gentle nods. Some admired his imagination. Others quietly wondered when he would finally begin. Each morning, Aaron woke with a spark of determination. Sunlight spilled into his small room, illuminating the scattered sketches pinned to the walls. Half-finished ideas, abandoned plans, thoughts that never quite reached the world. "Today," he told himself as he sat up, heart full of promise, "today I'll finish something." For a while, he believed it. He would sit at his workbench, arranging his tools carefully, staring at his notes as if willing them to move on their own. His mind raced ahead, already celebrating success. But by midday, the village pulled at him. Music drifted through the air. Laughter echoed down the stone paths. Someone called his name. "Just a short break," he would say, already stepping outside. When he returned, the light had shifted. Shadows stretched across the floor, and the excitement he felt that morning had vanished. He stared at his unfinished work, chest tight, frustration creeping in like cold air through a crack in the window. "Why do I always stop?" he whispered one evening as he walked alone beneath the glowing lanterns. The mountains offered no answer. They only stood there, silent, steady, impossible to ignore. Mira noticed his restlessness long before he spoke of it. She found him sitting beneath the old tree at the edge of the village, his gaze distant. "You disappeared again today," she said softly. "I didn't disappear, I just drifted." Mira studied him carefully. "Drifting is still a choice." He frowned. "I have ideas most people don't." "I know," she said gently, "but ideas need discipline to survive." Aaron looked away. "My mind just won't stay still." "Then maybe," Mira said, "that's the lesson you haven't learned yet." Her words lingered with him long after they parted. The next morning, a hush spread through the village. An old traveler had arrived, walking slowly along the path as though time itself bent around him. He carried a simple wooden staff, his silver beard framing a face marked by calm rather than age. The villagers spoke his name in quiet voices, Soren. Aaron felt drawn to him without knowing why. When he finally gathered the courage to speak, they stood near the mountain path, the air cool and still. "My mind is always loud," Aaron said, the words tumbling out. "I start things and abandon them. I don't know how to stay." Soren listened without interrupting. His eyes were steady, patient. "Your mind is not broken. It is simply untrained." Aaron swallowed. "Can it be taught?" Soren turned toward the mountain. "Yes, but not through words alone." The path ahead was steep. Aaron laughed nervously when he saw it. "This is your lesson?" Soren nodded. "The mind avoids effort, so we begin with effort." Aaron hesitated, then took his first step. The climb tested him almost immediately. His legs burned, his breath grew shallow, and doubt crept in with every uneven stone. "This is pointless," Aaron gasped. "I came for wisdom, not suffering." "Wisdom without effort is entertainment," Soren replied calmly, never slowing. As they climbed higher, the voices in Aaron's mind grew louder. "You're weak. You always quit. This is proof." He slowed, panic rising. "Do you hear that?" he asked. Soren stopped and turned. "No." "Then why do I?" Because your mind is afraid of being tested." The weight of those words crushed him. Aaron dropped onto a rock, tears spilling freely. "I hate this. I hate knowing I'm capable and never proving it. I'm afraid that if I truly try, I'll fail." Soren knelt beside him and placed a steady hand on his shoulder. "Discipline is not force," he said softly. "It is loyalty to your intention when comfort begs you to quit." Aaron looked up, eyes red and searching. "And if I fall again?" "Then you rise again." For a long moment, Aaron said nothing. Then he stood. "Just one step," he said quietly. Step by step, breath by breath, the climb continued. The voices did not disappear, but they grew quieter, less commanding. Aaron began to understand. "They're still there," he said. "Yes, but you are no longer obeying them." When Aaron finally reached the summit, the sky was ablaze with orange and purple, the sun sinking gently behind the mountains. He felt no urge to shout or celebrate. Instead, a deep calm settled over him. "I didn't conquer the mountain," he said. Soren smiled faintly. "You stayed with it." Soren gestured to Aaron's chest. "The real mountain was always within you." Aaron closed his eyes. For the first time, his mind was not silent, but aligned. When he returned to the village, nothing outside had changed. The mountains still stood where they always had. The village followed its familiar rhythms, but Aaron was different. He began awaking earlier, planning before distraction could speak. Some days he failed, some days he drifted, but now he noticed and returned. Months passed. A small workshop took shape. Young villagers gathered, curious and eager. "How do you stay focused?" one asked. Aaron smiled, remembering the climb. "I don't," he said. "I return when I drift." As he spoke, the mountain stood visible through the window, steady, patient, unmoving. And for the first time in Aaron's life, he felt the same way. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own. Discipline is choosing to stay long enough to become who you were meant to be.